The Lord woke me up to tell you to take the Lord with you everywhere you go. Take Jesus Christ with you everywhere you go. The little trip that I went on, that was the 30th of December. It was the 30th of December, the 31st of December, and the 1st of January 2014. That little bitty trip right there, I wasn't going to go. I'll tell you along the way what happened, but I'm going to start backwards and go forwards so you can understand the whole thing. I wasn't going to go on the trip. I really wasn't. But the Lord said, go. I was trying to get my daughter to go, but she had to be back at work at a certain time. You know how that goes. And that I would cut myself short. And I said, oh, forget it. I won't go. And the Lord said, go. Enjoy yourself. Go now. So I just threw some items in the car. My food. My 6-year-old's food. The dog's food. And a couple of more items and blankets and stuff. And our clothes. And put it in a bag. And bingo, we left. Filled the car up with gas and left. Okay? Unbeknownst to me, from my house here in Port Richey all the way to Key West, Florida, it is altogether 337 miles. 337 miles. And then I had to go from Port Richey to Naples. That's on the cuff or on the edge of the Big Cypress National Park and the Everglades. I was driving. I didn't feel drowsy. It was almost like I had a cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I know people say it keeps them awake. And that little 5-hour energy drink, which I don't drink, but people say that keeps you awake. And people say the Monster, that'll keep you awake. I didn't have none of that. Only thing I had was apple juice, apple cider. And that was it. The Lord kept me awake. I didn't know I left at about 7 o'clock here. And I left 7 o'clock here. And by the time I hit Big Cypress, it was like 12:54, something like that, at night. So I was right there, and I said, well, let me go ahead and go, because there's no hotels at that little cross section right there that says from Naples to Key West. Naples to Key West, Florida. Okay, let me give you some miles here. So I went all the way across from Naples to Key West. Like I said, that was like altogether 437 miles. And then I had to go from Naples, Florida, all the way to Florida City. And I stopped at it's like an Econo Lodge. But to get from Naples to the Econo Lodge is 111 miles. That's 2 hours and 25 minutes. 2 hours and 25 minutes. I didn't know. As I was driving across, it says now entering Big Cypress National Preserve and Everglades National Park. And at that time, it was 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock midnight. The light went out. So here I'm going across that. Okay? And I'm going across that. Let me get my light straight. My other little light went out. So, but anyway, this is at night. I don't want to wake her up. Anyway. Let me get my light on. What I'm trying to say is this. I had to find another light source. Is that from Florida City, from Naples to Florida City, is 111 miles. And to get there, I had to go across Big Cypress National Preserves. I don't know if you guys understand that. And also across Everglades National Park. It's only a one-way highway. It's like one way going out. So it's only 2 lanes. One coming back, one going up. And the only thing that's protecting you is that little yellow line. That's it. Now, on both sides of this thing, they try to put a alligator fence that will protect you from all the critters that go across, but critters do get across. What I'm trying to say is that after I've done all that and went to the most southern point of the United States, because I just wanted to take a picture of that, the most southern point of the continental United States, that's down there in Key West, and that's located right there on it's called Whitehead Street, Key West, Florida. Whitehead Street, Key West, Florida. That's where I was, and I took a picture, and it was a bright and sunshiny day. All I'm trying to say is this. It was just a 3-day trip, but I made it across the Everglades at night. I didn't know. When I was coming back, I stopped by this place called the Skunk Ape headquarters, and it was called Sheay's, and it was a Skunk Ape headquarters. That's what they call themselves. And when I went in, there was a whole bunch of people, and they said, and they were just talking, chit-chatting around, and they said, when did you get here? When did you? I said, well, I came up over here. I said, I didn't even know this place was here. I blew right by it. What time did you blow by? I said, about 12. It was like 12 at night, like 12:54 or something like that at night. And they said, what? Are you crazy? Nobody drives this street at night. And I said, and they looked shocked, horrified. You drove it at night? Nobody drives at night. And I said, well, I made good time. There was there's nobody out here. Yes, honey, the reason why. They told me the reason why. They said, running it at night, nobody runs the Everglades at night. And they said it's very scary. They said, if you have a breakdown, no one will come until morning. And it says, not only that, you got the alligators, you got the Florida Panthers, you have the pythons, you have the cottonmouth snakes. They'll bite you and you're dead. You have the Florida bear, also the skunk ape. I don't know if that's real. That's, like Sasquatches out there. And you got UFO'S, and there's no lights on the highway whatsoever. And it is. I got pictures. It's pitch black. When I turn my lights out, you can't even see your hand in front of your face. And there was no full moon that night. And it's pitch black. I was told this on January 1st. I went through it January. It was December 30th when I went through there. Nobody told me nothing. No wonder I didn't see anyone on the road until I got to these little places that says last chance for gas. That was it. I just said that to say this. If you don't have the Lord in your life, you can't go anywhere. You'll be scared. Now, if I would have read this stuff before I left, I wouldn't be out there because this stuff would have scared me. You're going to tell me if I had a breakdown or something should happen. I got a 6-year-old and my dog, like what she's going to do with an alligator. You know, the skin is so tough you can't even penetrate it. But that's it. People are so fearful. They're so afraid. They don't want to venture out. But you can do it if you have Christ in your life. That's all I'm trying to say. It can be done with Christ. So we went on and had a good time. I'll show you little tidbits of pictures. But when I was told that nobody, and that's why I didn't see anybody. And the cell service, when you get out that far by the nature preserve, it's spotty. It's not spot on. It just goes out, comes in. Depends on what kind of service you have. But I didn't even think about that. When I got to the dog park, it was 12:50 something. So that means I was driving all this time, talking to the lady, having a good time with my dog. She's having a good time with her dog. And it didn't even bump on me that was like, what, 12 hours of no sleep. And I was just vibrant, and my little girl was running around because she was sleeping in the car. The Lord can do it. He can preserve you. He can make it, exciting, and you don't need sleep. He will be your no-dose. He'll keep you awake. All right, I'll see that, but we had a good time, okay? But I did not know I went 111 miles across the national park, and that was Big Cypress National Preserves, and went across the Everglades National Park. I couldn't see nothing. It was totally black, but in the daytime, I realized that, oh my goodness, if you get a breakdown out here at night, you just sort of toasted until the morning, until somebody comes past and can call or can help you out. Take the Lord with you everywhere you go, and you can go anywhere. I'll see you later. God bless you guys. The Potter signing out.